In a peaceful little town lived a boy who had everything a child could hope for: loving parents, a comfortable home, and teachers who saw great potential in him. He was naturally intelligent, kind-hearted, and capable of achieving excellence. But he had one flaw that slowly began destroying his future: procrastination. For every task, his answer was always, "I'll do it later." Whether it was cleaning his room, finishing homework, or learning something new, he postponed it until tomorrow. At first, it seemed harmless. After all, he was young and full of time, or so he believed. But days turned into weeks, and weeks silently slipped into months. While his friends explored new skills, improved their grades, and progressed forward, he remained stuck, waiting for the perfect moment to start. He couldn't see that each later was stealing small pieces of his future. His parents grew worried. His teachers warned him. But their words bounced off him like raindrops on glass. He assumed everyone was exaggerating. It wasn't until another failed exam and deep frustration that he realized something was wrong. He felt lost, confused, and silently afraid. That's when he heard about the wise sage who lived at the edge of town, someone known for solving the biggest struggles of life. The boy decided he needed answers. He needed help. And that single decision would change his entire life forever. After another disappointing exam result, the boy felt a heavy weight on his chest. Something inside him whispered that he couldn't continue living like this. He needed guidance. So he walked to the edge of the town where an old banyan tree sheltered a wise sage who was known for helping lost souls. The sage sat calmly beneath the huge branches, surrounded by silence and wisdom. When the boy approached, the sage instantly sensed his worry. Gently, he asked why the boy looked so troubled. The boy admitted how people kept telling him he was wasting time, but he didn't understand why it mattered so much. He argued that he was still young, and life was long, why rush anything? The sage listened with patience and kindness. Then he told the boy that he indeed had a special gift: he was intelligent and kind. But he had one dangerous problem: laziness. Surprised, the boy denied it at first. But the sage simply smiled and decided to explain through a story, one that would open the boy's eyes forever. He told him about a poor man who once had a golden opportunity but wasted it thinking he had plenty of time. The boy leaned in, sensing the story held something powerful, something meant for him. The sage's calm voice carried a message that would reshape his entire understanding of time, opportunity, and life itself. The sage began recounting the tale of a once wealthy man who had fallen into poverty because of his laziness. One day, while the king walked through the market, he noticed a man shouting angrily at people. To his shock, the king recognized him. It was a childhood classmate who had lost everything. He approached him with concern and discovered that the man was jobless, disrespected, and struggling. The king, feeling compassionate, gave him a life-changing opportunity. "Tomorrow, come to my palace. From sunrise to sunset, you may take as much treasure as you want. But only for one day." The man rejoiced and dreamed of a new life. But the next morning, instead of rushing to the palace, he wasted time eating, resting, and napping repeatedly. By the time he walked toward the palace, the sun had nearly set. Panicking, he ran, but it was too late. The gates slammed shut. His opportunity was gone forever, not because he lacked chances, but because he wasted them. When the sage finished the story, silence took over. The boy sat frozen, his heart pounding. He finally understood the message: every day is a treasure, every sunrise a new opportunity, and his laziness had been closing gates in his life. Tears filled his eyes as he remembered the many days he had wasted, homework delayed, skills postponed, dreams untouched. The sage gently told him, "Your treasury is still open. You are young. But remember, each sunset takes away opportunities that never return." Those words struck him like lightning. For the first time, he realized that time wasn't waiting for him. It was moving, disappearing, slipping away. And if he didn't change now, his future would look exactly like the poor man's life, full of regret. He stood up with a new fire burning inside him, a determination he had never felt before. He thanked the sage with deep gratitude and rushed home with a promise in his heart, "I will never waste another day again." From that very day, the boy became a different person. When his mother called him, he responded immediately. Homework that once took days was now done the same afternoon. Assignments were completed early. Opportunities were no longer ignored, they were grabbed instantly. He learned to play the guitar he had been postponing for months. He helped his parents with housework. He even began teaching younger kids in the neighborhood. Slowly, people noticed the change. Teachers praised him. Friends admired him. His parents were filled with pride. Within a year, the boy who was once known as the slowest, latest, and most careless student became the most punctual and disciplined child in school. He became an example for others. And deep inside, he felt lighter, happier, more purposeful. Because he had finally learned the value of time, and it changed everything. Years passed, and the boy grew into a successful young man. People admired his discipline and achievements. When asked about the secret behind his success, he would smile and say, "Time is the only treasure we truly own." He explained how laziness doesn't destroy life suddenly, it steals it quietly, one later at a time. He reminded others that successful and unsuccessful people have the same 24 hours, only their choices differ. He continued sharing the tale of the king's treasury to anyone struggling with procrastination. He wanted them to understand the truth he learned early: once a day passes, it never returns. He concluded every conversation with one message: start today. Not tomorrow. Because tomorrow is not guaranteed. This lesson became his life's mission. Just as the sage opened his eyes, he wanted to open the eyes of others.